was able to get the boys, all four of them, to go help me get those birch trees out of the cemetery this morning, and grateful for that. Many hands make for light work. One thing, unfortunately, it took me until my kids were middle to late teenagers, was to set some reasonable expectations, and then when they meet those expectations, to call it good and say enough. The workaholic in me wants to be like, oh great, we got that done by X time. There's still so many more hours of daylight left. Let's keep bowling. And it just makes the kids basically feel, I guess it gives the kids hopelessness, like they're never going to be done, nothing's ever good enough, and dad's just going to give us more work to do, so let's just make these couple chores take all day. And I still fight with that, because it's just the way I am. If you get these things done, let's go get some more stuff done. So it's a struggle, especially being a farmer. We're burning daylight, we have a lot of stuff to do. It's springtime, let's get out here and get stuff done. So anyway, I cut them loose. We got some rain in the forecast, and I really got to get the rest of this manure pile out of here. So this is going to be mostly fallow this year. I overseeded it with some winter rye a couple years ago, thinking it was a good cover crop, and then every spring I'd work it back in, but the rye just kept reseeding itself, and so now I've got a nuisance. So what I'm going to do is till it in good, and half of it I'm going to let grow, and then I'll mow it so it doesn't get to a seed head, and then the other half I'm going to put corn and sunflowers, and then next year I'll rotate it and do it the other side. Unfortunately, I don't have another good spot on the farm to really plant all these crops, so I have to use the one spot and then try to be smart about it. Let's see if this plays out for me. I'm going to get the other old tractor out today, which is my 78 Cub, and this one's kind of cool to me because I remember being a kid and going to the International Harvester dealer with my dad and my brother, and sitting on these yellow Cubs, and this one's a 78, so I would have been 6, and I definitely sit on this tractor and remember going to the International dealership with my dad and my brother, and me sitting on those tractors. So without further ado, let's get this manure out of here. If you haven't already, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to build the channel up, and we really appreciate everybody who's supported us so far. When I say I came to the realization, I mean I owe it to my wife for bringing it to my realization that there's a better way to raise my kids than the way I was doing, which was drill sergeant-y, military, like, why isn't this done yesterday? So anyway, these old tractors, there's absolutely no safety features on these at all, so you have to be super careful, and a lot of people get hurt with them, have gotten hurt, so it's easy to get your mind somewhere else, and then next thing you know, you're in a mishap. So really the only safety on these old tractors is to make sure it's in neutral before you even start it. And then, so I usually give it like 1/3, choke out, and then see if she goes. This is all winter sitting. This is a pretty rare McCormick dump trailer. I don't know which owner I am of this Cub. I do know it was bought brand new in Dixfield, Maine. I was able to read the dealer decal here originally. It came with this mower, a snowplow, a grater blade, and a one bottom land plow with a coulter, which I have all those attachments. I also have the 1-point fast hitch, single disc on the back, and the rollover plows. The one thing I do want to find for it is a carrier, 1-point fast hitch carrier. So this is the new pile here we're working on. This was all of 2020 manure here, and it's probably a 40-foot pile I got going on. I got one pile left here of composted manure, so we're going to spread that and then take this, move it over there, and then as this fills up it'll get moved over, etc. I can tell the rain's coming. I'll choose something. I certainly wouldn't say the 78 cubs are rare, but they're considerably rarer than the earlier ones. By the late 70s, Kubota, John Deere, Ford, they were all moving to 3-cylinder diesel engines, so the gas cubs were really on the decline and they didn't sell a lot. So, but it is a long stripe, which I just think is a cool cub. It has the same motor as the earlier cubs, however they have quite a bit more horsepower. I think this one is 15 or 16. Well, I was hoping to get more done. People say I should buy bigger tractors, bigger spreaders. I already own all this. Why go get in debt and buy more stuff? I'm already 2 years. That's how long it takes to get your money back on cows. So, it is what it is, and I'm grateful I have what I have. My kids should be back soon with Chinese for supper, and I'm really hungry, so I guess I'll talk to you next time. Thank you for watching.